All right, guys, here we go. Okay, we're going to go and look at something called refinancing. Now, uh, before we start with that, we're going to want to uh, copy this portion of your spreadsheet, all this information up top, as well as we can go down to the first 12 months of your payment. So, you know, from your previous exercise, all you have to do is select all the first 12 payment schedules, Control C. What we want to do is, at that point, we want to insert a new sheet, okay, which goes blank sheet, then Control V and can paste all that, okay. And we're going to want to do another sheet. We're going to want to have another sheet available to us as well, okay. So we're going to have a total of 3 sheets down here. All right, so here we go. Insert a new sheet again, and then Control D. All right, so we'll go back to our first sheet. All right, and um, we're going to assume a couple things. Well, the first sheet for you is going to be left alone because that's going to be with the where you step this up by making additional payments. So I'm looking at the second sheet here now, and in this sheet, what I'm going to say is, okay, let's execute this as it is, all things the same as what your loan originally was at. Mine's at 425 for 5%, okay, uh, with that down payment. All right. Now, I'm going to uh, I'm going to run this loan for a total of 10 years, okay? Because I believe that at some point down the line, I'm going to get a better rate. And in fact, I want to tell you, I'm going to have a better rate, okay? I'm going to be able to, after 10 years in this loan, I'm going to find an interest rate that's 1 percentage point lower than this 415. So I'm going to do is I'm going to refinance. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's carry this out. Let's carry out this loan for, for 10 years. So we'll run this down for 120 payments. All right, and then we will refinance uh, what we have at that point. Okay, so we're running it down through 120 payments, and we're going to see where that's going to take us. Okay, I suspect maybe we're right about there. I got another couple payments to run actually. So let's down to payment 116. Let's run this down 117, 118, 119, and 120. So there's my after 10 years. Okay, after 10 years, okay, I still owe $319,693. Okay, 319,693. Now I've paid up until that point 151,000. So if I want to get out of this loan, I have to make this payoff, okay? Which basically means I'm just going to refinance that 319,693 at a lower rate. So I'm going to remember that number 319, forgot it already, 319,693. I'm going to go to my next sheet, okay, which I'm now going to change that to 319,693, I believe it was 693. Let's see, I think that's what I was going to 319,693. Just go back and double check on that. Okay, I believe that's what it was. 319,693. Okay, so I'm going to in this next sheet, I'm refinancing 319,693. Um, I'm going to, I'm not going to have the money to put down, so I'm putting zero down, just totally financing that. Okay, so there's no down payment. I do have a lower rate. Okay, my rate now is 315. I've lost one whole percentage point, 3.15. Okay, and I'm no longer taking this as a 30-year. Uh, being as I've already made payments for 10 years, I don't want to make a total of 40 years of payment. I'm going to get a 15-year loan on this, a 15-year loan. Now, okay, I want to check my items over here. Okay, you see that everything is all right. Okay, here's my monthly payment now. Been recalculated. All right. Uh, you can see what my monthly payment was earlier. Okay, so I've apparently have also lowered my payment. Okay, so let's look at that now. All right, that's comforting. But I'm not paying this for um, I'm not paying this for 360. I'm only paying it for 180 payments. All right, which has got to be reflected in this change here, which is going to be 180 payments. Uh, okay, so I'm going to make that. All right. So now here's where I stand. Okay. Um, already I can see the impact. Okay. I do have a change up here. My scheduled payment. I did expect that was going to change because that was referencing a this cell here at so that reference had changed to 180. So I am making a larger payment. Okay, of $2,230 a month. So that might be a little bit steep. You might not want to be able to swing that as a monthly payment, but let's just say we can at this stage. Okay. So what's going to happen now? Okay. If you go back to the previous sheet, okay, I had at this I had on this loan, I was going to end up paying $302,000 in my interest. I left the loan after 10 years, having paid 151,000 in interest, which means basically I still had another 151,000 to pay in interest having if I stayed in that loan. Having elected to go to the new loan now, okay, rather than pay 151, I'm now paying 81, okay? I'm now paying 81. So basically, I've saved $70,000 in in doing this, making this payment. Not only did I save $70,000, but let's recall this is only going to be run down, okay, through through 15 years, so through 180 payments, um, and then it's going to be done. So I'm also saving myself uh, five 5 years of payments, as well as saving myself $70,000. So that's what we call a refinance. Okay, and obviously you can see the benefit of it. Okay, and at this point here, I got to wipe out all my negative values because I went a little too far here. I only got to come down to the 180th year. Okay, so let's just wipe out all this. All right, so I saved myself, I'm saying, uh, about $70,000 by refinancing. I trimmed my loan, okay, by by 5 years. Okay, the payoff, the trade-off is though I actually have to pay a bit more per month. All right, a bit more per month. I mean, previously I was paying 1,900. Now I'm paying 2,200. So maybe you might want to come here and consider a down payment to drop your monthly. So let's say we put 10% down. Let's see what else is going to impact. Okay, the 10% down, if I can come up with that 31,000, is going to save me again. It's going to bring my payment down somewhat in line with where I was before. Not a whole lot more. Okay. Okay. It says 1962. So uh, it's another 45 a month. Okay. Uh, but in the long run, look at what I'm saving. Look at how much I'm paying back in total interest, okay, as opposed to what I was destined to pay back on the previous loan of 150,000. Okay, so it's not a bad thing to refinance if you can do it.